Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading today. Sorry there's no intro into the video or anything like that. It's simply that I've been at my sister's since last week. I wasn't very well and I came here to recuperate, and they were very good and they've been absolutely marvellous. My family have, so I'm on the mend thankfully now. So yeah, I don't have all of my equipment around me to kind of do. Usually on these videos you will see the intro music, then it will go into the cards that I use, then it will go into me. I show myself on the video, you get to see who I am, introducing the reading, and then we go to have a look at the cards and the various readings. All of that's cut out and you're just seeing the cards and kind of stuff this week, which I hope is okay. So the cards that we're using for this week, 11th to the 17th of November 2019, Sagittarius, we are using for your weekly check-in Tarot of Dreams. This is a deck that I gifted to my twin sister by Chiara Marchetti. I also gifted her the Beautiful Creatures Tarot that I'm going to use today as well for the reading. This is my own client deck for the Grand Tarot Luxe cards by Chiara Marchetti that I'm going to be using, and also the advice, my own deck, which is the Tarot, the Art of Life Tarot deck by Charlene Livingston as well. Okay, for your 10 card love, 10 card career reading, we're doing the Dark Mansion Tarot as usual. Love this deck. And the answer deck as well, which is the spiritual advice. Alright, so with that being said, guys, let's crack on with your reading. As you know, if you just want to see a specific reading, just click on in the comment section or the description box the links. There's timestamps there to tell you when readings start, alright, if it makes it, you know, a little bit simpler. So let's have a look. And there's no speeding up of the shuffle this week, I'm afraid, because I'm doing everything via my iPad. So, Universe Spirit, show me who Sagittarius is this week between the 11th and the 17th of November 2019. Can you show me who Sagittarius is? And what's the reason for that? What is the reason for that, please? Okay, there we go. First two cards down. And can you show me, please, Universe, what is Sagittarius's goal this week? What is Sagittarius's goal this week? And what is the obstacle that Sagittarius needs to overcome? What is the obstacle that Sagittarius needs to overcome? And what could Sagittarius be achieving by the end of the week? Okay, there we go. There we go. And can you tell me, what does Sagittarius need to avoid this week? What does Sagittarius need to be avoiding this week? And what should Sagittarius embrace this week? Let's move these up a little bit. What should Sagittarius embrace this week? There we go. These up like so. And if Sagittarius needs advice, if Sagittarius needs advice and support, where can they go? Alright, there we go. There we are. Alright, let's have a look then, Sagittarius, who you guys are this week. So, Sagittarius this week, you guys are showing as being... Oh, is that right? Yeah, it is. You're the King of Swords in the reverse. I think you're getting hard ass this week. I mean, it depends. It depends, Sagittarius. But the King of Swords reversed, he can be many things. He can be somebody who's really hard ass. So this can be somebody who's really, really blunt. I mean, really blunt. Both the Queen and the King, they're sword people, they're communicators. In the upright, these are fair, rational, logical communicators. All right, they'll say what needs to be done, and then they'll say what needs to be said, and they'll be on their way. All right, they're not flowering shit up, they're not doing a King of Wands, you know, they're not being overly nice, they're not being any of those things. They're just being, you know, completely to the point. They're not nasty, they're not rude when they're in the upright position, they're just being completely to the point, normal, and that's it. In the reverse, this person, though, can be quite harsh. In fact, they can be really critical, and they can be quite rude when the King of Swords is reversed. It can be quite mean. I'm not saying that you're being mean, Sagittarius, but I certainly feel that you're being a lot more curt than you usually are. Also, with the King of Swords reversed, this can be somebody who doesn't have an objective, or they're quite confused. Because in the upright, he's very much an objective thinker. He's very clear. He's got a clarity of purpose. He takes charge. King of Swords in the upright, all kings take charge in the material world. So this person, because kings are underlined by earth, they basically, whatever suit they are, it takes shape. So with the King of Swords in an upright position, this person's ideas are taking shape and form, and he's putting them out in the world. You could be a King of Swords, for example. I remember when I moved into my apartment and I did a reading on myself for the day, and this card came up. And I remember that morning what I had done was, it was so hot in my apartment, I went and ordered, I had an idea that I would order some curtains to be, you know, to put up my window so it blocked out the sun, and that's what I did, and they arrived, and that was the King of Swords moment for me. So it can be something as small as that, but you know, these are ideas. You're taking charge in the material world, and you're putting those ideas out there. You know, ideas are formed, you're putting them out there, and situations come back. But within the reverse, this might be somebody who is a little bit too scared to do something, or they've got an idea but they don't take any action with it, because all kings take action in the outside world. What is the reason for you guys being the King of Swords? I think that this is something to do with, I mean, it's not reversed. So the sun, this could be you dealing with an individual who is the sun. So maybe you're getting hard-ass. Maybe you're getting hard-ass with a Leo, the sun energy. Maybe you're getting hard-ass with somebody who's a bit of a show-off, you know. The sun as an individual is somebody who's a bit of a show-off, somebody who's a bit, you know, over the top is the sun energy. Somebody who can be overly confident, or somebody who can try and kind of outshine other people. So there might be somebody who's trying to outshine you with the sun energy. I mean, the sun is a positive card, but it's aspected by a less than positive card. And I'm not saying that you're not being positive this week, Sagittarius, but you're certainly showing as being the King of Swords in the reverse. And I'm likely to say that this is all about you guys. I mean, it depends, because the sun can be something about your confidence. It's about confidence. But then I would have expected the sun to be reversed. Maybe the lack of confidence to show a King of Swords reverse. As to why you're being the King of Swords reverse, sun reverse would have been lack of confidence. So it can't be this, anything to do with confidence. It's got to be someone. I think this is someone you're dealing with here. I think the reason that you're showing as being hard-assed, maybe a little bit too, a little bit quite... it's not that you mean to be critical, Sagittarius, but I certainly feel that you're going to tell someone about their business with that King of Swords in the reverse, because I think this person might be trying to overshadow you or outshine you, or whatever the case might be with the sun energy showing here. The person looks like it's a person, somebody who's quite a show-off. And Leos, unfortunately, sorry to say it, but if you get things like Queen of Wands, which can be a Leo, or even a King of Wands, which is definitely a Leo, and you've got the sun energy of a Leo here as well, this is somebody who... they are about kind of the physicality, how they look, how they come across. Not all Leos, I'm not saying that Leos are like that. All I'm saying is that Leos tend to like to be in charge. And this is you getting hard ass. This is no more Mr. Nice Guy with the King of Swords reversed. What are your goals for the week? The Two of Cups. I think that it's friendship though. Two of Cups, relationship, Two of Cups. I think your goal is to get some form of a compromise with this individual. I don't think you want to be hard-ass with them at all. I just feel that... and I don't even feel that this is a lack of courage on your part because somebody is outshining you. I mean, it could be with that King of Swords reversed as well. This could show you feeling quite timid, quite nervous. King of Swords reversed, getting all tongue-tied, not knowing what to say. Not being able to communicate clearly, perhaps. But with the Sun card, it's got to be somebody who has... And also the person shows the major arcana as well. So this person has an extraordinarily big energy about them. So I either think that you're being hard-ass with someone this week because of their personality trait of that Sun, or you're being tongue-tied, a little bit nervous, not knowing what to say, not being able to think and communicate your objectives and your ideas because this person tends to overpower you with the Sun energy. It could be either way for you, Saggies, but I do feel that your goal is to kind of, with the Two of Cups energy, to gain some form of compromise and equal footing with this individual with the Two of Cups energy. Shake hands even. What's the obstacle you need to overcome? Oh, the Fool is reversed. Didn't think I had any reversals in this deck. I think somebody is cautious of doing that. Or it might be you're cautious of it. I think it's you that's cautious of it, though, because the Fool in the reverse is somebody who's really cautious. So I feel that the obstacle you need to overcome is that you don't want to make a fool of yourself with this Fool in the reverse. Do you know what I think this is? I don't even think that some of you guys know who this is. I mean, some of you guys might, and we can go with the other kind of meaning of the cards for the other reading, but I get the impression that you guys are feeling really shy. somebody here, this person might be extraordinarily beautiful, outgoing, dresses really well. That's all the traits of Leo, you know, the Sun card. When he shows us being a person, the person's beautiful, stunning. They really stand out from everybody else with the Sun. And it might be with you guys showing as being the King of Swords in reverse. Maybe you don't know what to say. Maybe you feel a lack of assertiveness, because King of Swords in the upright is being able to assert oneself in terms of communication. In the reverse, you're probably not able to say anything. Maybe you're really quiet around this person who you feel, because I'm getting for some of you guys a slight intimidation here around an individual here, and it might be your goal is, well, I want to make friends with this person, but maybe the obstacle you need to overcome with the Fool energy in the reverse is that you don't want to make a fool of yourself. You don't want to act foolish. You don't want to seem foolish. You're a little bit shy. The Fool in the reverse is also shyness. So the obstacle you need to overcome is, again, is this idea of shyness and, you know, being really cautious not to kind of, you know, just kind of jump in there. What could you be accomplishing by the end of the week? Oh, you are one. I don't know what that card that is. It says authenticity. You are one. And to me, this is just kind of like when it says you are one, it's really kind of getting, and I can't be asked to get that book out right now. It's delved down deep underneath the other boxes. But you know what you could be achieving is you are one. I don't know what that means exactly. Authenticity. When something's authentic, it's real, it's genuine. So what you could be achieving or what you could be finding out, maybe you're finding out that this person's quite genuine. Maybe with the you are one, you're finding out that this person shares more traits with you, or you have more similarities. Because I just feel that there's somebody around you who you'd feel like, oh, I don't know who they are. They almost like you feel that this person's bigger or better than you. That's what I'm getting with that Sun card there, Sagittarius. But I just feel that you could be achieving, if you just took that leap of faith to get to know them, maybe you'd see more similarities, and also that they're probably quite authentic. What do you need to avoid? Oh, Queen of Swords, there we go. Different deck showing the Queen of Swords. I think disconnecting and being quite cut off and cold, which is what the Queen of Swords can be. I also feel that you need to kind of avoid maybe, you know, being critical of this person before you even know them properly, or just cutting them off. Or, as I say, with the Queen of Swords, she's about somebody who's quite cold. So I think you need to avoid acting really cold with this individual. What do you need to embrace? The Nine of Coins energy. That's interesting, the Nine of Coins. How can we embrace the Nine of Coins energy? How does it differ from this card here? I think that you need to embrace your own value. That's what comes to me with the Nine of Coins. Because I just feel that this is someone you probably don't know that well, Sagittarius, to be honest. I think you're shy. You're coming across as very shy. The shy cards for me are the King of Swords reversed. Doesn't know how to communicate, assert themselves in terms of a communicative, in a communicative way. You know, King of Swords in the upright knows how to talk. He's not afraid of anyone. He's a king, for goodness sake. He knows how to communicate his feelings, his thoughts. He's not afraid to talk. He's really intelligent, really intellectual, really funny. Is the King of Swords. He's a real chatterbox, is this guy in the upright. In the reverse, more than likely, very shy, doesn't know how to assert himself in speech, very quiet, very kind of like, oh, I don't know what to say. And it's because somebody around you, they're quite, I'm not saying that they're a show-off, not at all with the Sun, but they really do shine brightly as the Sun. They seem bigger, bolder, they're very much a leader, probably very good looking, well dressed, could be quite tall as well potentially. It's almost like you feel this person's got everything that you don't have, or you're just afraid of what this person represents with the Sun energy showing here. You want to make friends with them, that's your goal, but I think that you need to overcome shyness with the Fool in the reverse and your fear of saying something stupid or acting stupidly. You could be achieving you are one, i.e. they're quite similar to you. You know, you share a lot of traits, and also you might be finding that they're quite authentic. Sorry, Sagittarius, I just got cut off. I'll see if I can put these two videos together, actually. But, you know, avoid getting, cutting this person off. Just avoid doing that, all right, until you know them. And avoid being critical of them as well. Like, what you could do with the Queen of Swords, when you're critical as a Queen of Swords character, you can make assumptions of someone that aren't true. You're just kind of looking at the surface, and I'm going to make an assumption on you. But more than anything, I would say with this, avoid cutting them off and cutting yourself off, and embrace that you are who you are. Embrace the idea of personal security, because the Nine of Coins is all about being secure within oneself. valuing yourself. So you need to embrace, avoid kind of cutting yourself off with the Queen of Swords, and embrace that you need to feel personally secure within yourself and value who you are. If you need help or support, where can you go? You can go to Strength. That's funny, another Leo energy showing you. I think that you need to go to someone who can push you and someone who can, because I'm getting the impression that even though the card is Leo, Sagittarius, I just feel that you are the lion here. And I think that whoever this Strength person is, you need to go to someone who can kind of calm you down a little bit, and somebody who can kind of help you, because you can see the woman's hands are on the lion. I think that you're the lion here. I think that you're it almost feels like you're kind of going back to some form of instinct, because that's what people do, don't they, when they're nervous of another individual, whether it's because they're good looking, the sun, highly intelligent, the sun, have a glow about them, the sun, have charisma about them, the sun, intelligent, the sun. You know, the sun is the major arcana, and it's yellow and it's burning bright, and there you are, the King of Swords in the reverse. Well, I'm too nervous to speak to this person because they're blah blah, they shine so bright, blah. But I think that you need to go to someone who can show you your own strengths, perhaps, you know. Someone who can guide you and show you your own strengths here, because I just feel there's somebody around you, Sagittarius, who you're, I don't know whether you're, I mean, I totally feel with the Queen of Swords, if she'd been reversed, I would have said jealousy, avoid jealousy, but I don't think it's jealousy as such. I think it's more wariness, and it just feels like, you've got cards in here like King of Swords reversed, that's who you are, and I'm thinking that this is you guys are afraid to assert yourself in terms of communicatively wise. And then your obstacle position that you need to overcome if you want to make friends with this person is the Fool reversed. Your fear of, you know, showing yourself up and looking silly, and being shy, which is what the Fool in the reverse is, and being cautious just in case you get burned. And then we've got here, where you need to avoid as well, the Queen of Swords, being critical or harsh or distant with the Queen of Swords energy showing here, without even really knowing the individual. Because you really do need to embrace that you are who you are. You're your own person, Nine of Coins energy. You should value yourself as well for who you are. You should try and be comfortable in your own skin as well, and with yourself. And if you need help or advice, go to someone who can give you the strength to do that. All right? All right, we're going to have a quick look at what the advice is on these cards. So let's have a look. So Universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for Sagittarius on this reading? What is the advice that you have for Sagittarius on this reading? Right, Page of Wands says, it's never too late to become what you might have become, to be what you might have become. It isn't. It isn't. You know, a lot of people do it. A lot of people get intimidated, and I think that you're intimidated by someone, but I think that you have just as many great qualities about you, Sagittarius, as they have. It's just that I think, looking at this spread, you'd seem to have put somebody on a pedestal. And I don't think that you need to put them on a pedestal. I think that you need to put yourself on a pedestal. You need to go to someone who will give you the strength to do that. And it's never too late to be what you might have become, or what you can become. You know, because you are that person. All right, we're going to have a look now at your work reading. Just bear with me while I'm not going to, well, I don't know whether I can speed up this reading or not when I've cut it, because it's separated into two pieces, and I need to put those pieces together on the reading. But love these cards. Wish I hadn't given them away now. They're actually really nice to use. Okay, so let's have a look at the work reading and what we can see for Sagittarius. Universe Spirit, what do you see for Sagittarius in terms of work, please? What do you see for Sagittarius? What do you see for Sagittarius and work between the 11th and the 17th of November 2019? What do you see for Sagittarius and work? Show me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. All right, my lovelies. Okay, sorry, I just need to get something there. Okay, what have we got here then? So for your work for the week, oh, 10 of Swords. So 10 of Swords is, this is my stressy card in the Dark Mansion Tarot, because the guy just looks really, really stressed out. Let's have a look. this is feeling overwhelmed. Nine of Cups, but you're putting a brave face on things. So some of you guys feeling really overwhelmed, really stressed out, Ten of Swords. But the Nine of Cups would suggest that you're actually putting a brave face on things. Sagittarius in work, okay. It's nice. I think you've got a lot of hopes here with the star energy. Some big hopes with the star energy showing here. Okay, Four of Wands, that you're going to be happy with the Four of Wands energy, that you're going to be feeling good again with the Four of Wands energy showing here. Five of Cups energy, all right. So Five of Cups energy is tiredness. Interesting, isn't it? Because I just feel that you're feeling really disappointed. It could be within the office or the building or the people that you work with, for example, showing here. So what I'm getting here is we've got one major arcana here. And we've got 4, 5, okay. So, 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups. You guys feeling at the end of your tether. The 10 of Swords is feeling at the end of the line. Feeling really at the end of the line, really at the end of your tether, Sagittarius, but you're putting a brave face on things. I think some of you guys are feeling tired, probably with the people that you work with that Four of Wands energy showing there. But you've got some hope here with the star energy showing up. Let's have a look at the next card. There's a King of Coins, Sagittarius, so that's probably somebody who's putting a lot of pressure on you. You might be feeling pressured by a King of Coins. This could be a boss showing up here. Wheel of Fortune energy. So the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune can be spontaneous energy. It's ongoing energy. It's round and round, going round in circles. So you might be feeling tired of going round in circles with a King of Coins, for example, showing here. But then again, we do have that Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. So we've got a king turning to an ace. I think that this isn't a person. I think this is your position here, changing to something new. I think you want to come from this King of Coins to this area here. That's what I think is going on. For some of you guys, this might be love in the workplace is what I'm getting. Might be you're feeling really down, depressed about a King of Coins showing here. Might be something romantic related. Having the strength. Let's have a look. Strength in the face of adversity. You know what? I think that you are facing some adversity in work. Because you've got this Five of Swords. And when you get the Five of Swords in a work reading, these are competitors, but this is also somebody who's very cruel. Very, very, very cruel. I don't think it's this person here, because I think that this is you, Sagittarius, if I'm being completely honest. I think that this is your position. I think you really feel stressed out by all the responsibility that you have here. So the first thing I would say is, for this reading, Saggy, some of you guys are feeling really stressed out by all this responsibility that you hold as this King of Coins energy. You put a brave face on things, but I think that you want to change to something new. Wheel of Fortune would be changes for the better, and this is something new, all right? I think you've got hope that you can change to something new. The other thing is, I think that you're getting tired about the people that you work with here. I think that you're having to consistently remain strong in the face of adversity, all right? There's, you know, it's really interesting reading, but I think that you Sagittarians in this work reading, you have a lot of responsibility in what you do. And I'm not sure whether where you work, people have enough respect for that, because you're always being challenged. And you can you see the lion scowling at that Five of Swords? Sometimes your friends even have to hold you back from having a go at whoever these people are. You're just tired, and you're tired of it. You're tired of the people, the groups that you work with. Four of Wands, 3, 4 are groups. They're people, you know, especially the Four of Wands will be the people that you work with. You're tired of the people. Five of Cups on this particular deck, the Dark Mansion Tarot. This is tiredness. You guys are really tired of the group of people that you're working with here. You're really tired of it. Because you're having to have strength in adversity. And also you're having to have the strength to hold back from basically biting someone's head off. I think that some of you guys are actually being provoked in the work that you do as well by a colleague, I would say here. So for the reading, Sagittarius, this week, I'm afraid to say for work, what I can see here is that you guys are feeling really, really pressured. For some of you guys, the Nine of Swords, okay? It might also be that some of you guys are saying, you know, you might even be crying to a King of Coins. So it's twofold. Some of you guys are feeling really pressured by the amount of responsibility you hold within your job, All right, though you're putting a brave face on things, I think that you are hoping with the Star for a change to something new. Some of you guys are crying to a boss and saying, you know, I've put a brave face on things, but can you not change me? Can you not transfer me Wheel of Fortune to a new department, new Ace of Wands, department 4 of Wands? Some of you guys are really crying to this King of Coins and saying, I've tried to put a brave face on so long, but please, please, can you transfer me Wheel of Fortune to a new Ace of Wands, department 4 of Wands energy? I was hoping that you could do this because I'm really tired of fighting strength with these colleagues. All right, so it's either way. I think some of you guys are tired of fighting with your colleagues, and some of you guys are kind of like really tired as well by all the responsibility you've had, and you just want something new. Let's have a quick look at what the advice is for this work reading, Sagittarius. Universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for Sagittarius on this reading? What's the advice that you have for Sagittarius on this reading, please? Right, the Magician shows up. Wow, nice. Oh, that's a lovely card. Right, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Okay, so you are in charge of the changes that come in, and you are the magician. You can make these things happen. All right, some of you guys are crying to someone and saying, please transfer me. What if you don't get the transfer? You're going to have to take matters into your own hand in this situation. You have the power and the skills to make those changes. You really do. Okay. All right, we're going to get on and we're going to have a look, Sagittarius, at your love reading. Just bear with me. Yeah, sorry that there's no speed up on the cards this week. It's just that I don't have the equipment to do that. Let's just get these back in here. All right, let's have a quick look at what we see for love for Sagittarius as well. Oh, do you know what I'm doing? I'm putting cards in where they shouldn't be. Why have I put those ones in there? Do you know what it's crazy. Where did these cards come from? Sometimes I think, what are you doing, Carol? One moment. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to take up these smaller ones with this. I don't know how I managed to do that, actually. Let me just get these back around. Right. I know which ones need to go back into. Okay. We just take out these. There was only 10 of these anyway, so I don't know how I managed to put everything in together. There we go. This one here as well. Luckily, because these cards are taller, it doesn't take much working out what cards belong to what. So we'll put these. I don't know why these ones are meant to be somewhere else. How did they get where they were? Did I pick those up? Anyway, sorry, you're probably thinking, get on with the bloody reading. Sorry about this, Saggies. I do apologise. Okay. Right, let's have a look. We need to. I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was thinking that bunch of cards there was this bunch of cards here, which is my Dark Mansion Tarot. So let's get these. Yeah, that's not meant to be there. Okay. Yeah, let's get these back in. Alright, let's have a look at love for Sagittarius then. Universe Spirit, what do you see coming in for love for Sagittarius 11th to the 17th of November 2019? What do you see happening in terms of love? Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Pull these across like so. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There we go. So we've got the 10 cards out. Let's have a look at love for Saggy. Nice, again, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is happiness, joy, celebration. Can be a marriage card as well. But it really, for me, the 4 of Wands is just about feeling happy in your relationship with the 4 of Wands energy. Oh, sorry, there could be a separation happening here. Some of you guys, if it's a marriage, there's a separation, possibly with the 3 of Swords. It could also be a third party is getting in the way of your happiness. 3 of Swords is the third party getting in the way of this energy here, or there's a, you know, there's a divorce happening in a marriage, or separation in a relationship. I think that you guys are trying to block it out, though. Some of you guys, I am seeing a separation, a divorce, third party getting involved in a relationship, but I do feel that you are blocking this out. You're trying to forget this with the 2 of Swords energy. The Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man for me is taking a step back to review. Let's have a look. the Empress energy. I saw that before earlier for another sign, actually. It's come up together again, the Hanged Man energy. I think that you guys are... The Hanged Man is a card. I mean, you've got two majors. Now, when you get the Empress energy here, the Empress is all about nurturing. So when you get the Empress, it's love, it's nurturing a relationship. Some of you guys are holding off. I think you're holding off with this Hanged Man energy on it, and it's big energy, so you're just going to stop blank. You're holding off on nurturing the relationship. So therefore, this, to me, is not divorce. I think there's problems in a relationship more than anything here. All right? I think there's problems in a relationship. I think you're faced with a decision. Two of Swords energy. So there could be a third party involved in the relationship, or maybe just problems, arguments. I think you're faced with a decision as to whether you're going to hold off that Hanged Man or hold back from trying to nurture, develop, grow this relationship with the Empress energy showing here. Three of Coins, progress and plans with the Three of Coins, and plus we've got this Three of Swords. So this is, you know, for some of you guys, it will be a third party situation in a relationship here. Yeah, I mean, I certainly feel that there's something about a third party happening here. I really do, because we've got threes in readings mean groups. When you get the Three of Swords, it's one person coming between two. It could be temptation, maybe within the workplace, for example, showing here. I'm seeing a third party coming in your relationship. It could be maybe the partner is being tempted by somebody. Three of Coins can be within work, within the workplace, showing here. Sagittarius, this is the partner, the King of Swords. I think this could be a controlling individual, though, with this King of Swords. Controlling King of Swords energy here. We've got the Emperor. You've got two controlling cards flanking this man, an Emperor and the Devil energy. The Seven of Coins energy. Right, let me think about this one then, for love. Interesting reading. So, first thing I noticed is your Four of Wands. Four of Wands and the Three of Swords. I do think that there are problems within a relationship. I think there's a third party probably coming in between. I mean, it certainly could be perhaps, and actually, Sagittarius, this could be you that's doing this, to be honest. Because it might be you, that you are faced with a decision between the person that you are with and another individual. It might be that this King of Swords is coming in between your relationship. That's what I'm getting here. I think for you, Sagittarius, there's somebody who's coming in between your relationship. I think that you're very tempted by this individual. I think that this is a work thing. Three of Coins. So I think there's a King of Swords here coming in between your relationship at home, Sagittarius, and I think that you're very tempted by this individual at work. I think you've got a decision to make here. Okay? The decision could be whether you hold off on nurturing the relationship that you're in already, or whether with the Emperor energy, you try and build something made with this Emperor energy and wait for things to grow. That could be with the King of Swords. You try to establish maybe a relationship with this King of Swords and wait and see what happens with the Seven of Coins energy. Because Seven of Coins is all about putting the hard work in and waiting to see what comes out. The Emperor is all about establishing. I'm reading these as energies. So, okay, what I think is going on here, Sagittarius, I think there's a third party situation going on here for love. But I think it's your third party. I think that you have an interest in someone else. I think it's this King of Swords. I'm seeing a King of Swords coming in between your relationship. So King of Swords, third party coming in between Three of Swords, your relationship, the Four of Wands. All right. I think this temptation might have begun in the workplace with the Devil and the Three of Coins. If this isn't you, Sagittarius, then it will be the other way around. Maybe it's your partner. And it's either you or the partner that's faced with a decision. I think that decision is whether you hold off. I think the decision is, do I hold off on nurturing the relationship that I have with my current partner and try and establish something with this King of Swords and Seven of Coins energy, see what comes of it, in which I'll need to wait and see what comes of it, if anything comes of it. This is someone you don't even know, I think. I think you know them, but I don't think you know them that well. I think for some of you guys, if it's you that's doing it, Sagittarius, you've flirted with this individual. You've had some really good chats with this individual, but it's this area here and this here. For me, the Emperor is all about, yes, it can be the boundary card, but it can also be where you are trying to establish something solid. So number 4. So for me, this is saying kind of it's either Sagittarius or the partner is, it feels to me, if I'm being completely honest with you, that you're hedging your bets. In a way, Sagittarius. It's either you that's hedging your bets or the partner is. Alright, one of you. It's either you that has this King of Swords as a third party, and it's coming in between the relationship you've got with your partner. The temptation, I think, began at work. And this is either or. So if it's you, Sagittarius, you're in two minds as to what to do. If it's your partner, they're in two minds. They're facing a dilemma. Two of Swords is facing a dilemma. So it's either you or the partner that's facing a dilemma. And that dilemma is, do I stay with my partner and carry on as we did before? Or do I stop, Hanged Man, hold off on nurturing anything with the partner? For example, getting married maybe, having children maybe. You know, all of these milestones that come with the Emperor's energy. Do I hold off on taking the next stage? You know, progressing as well with that Three of Coins energy. Expanding our relationship, maybe having children, that type of thing. Four of Wands and the Empress, getting married. Do I hold off on getting married with these two cards here? Expanding our family with this Three of Coins. This is like family planning with the Four of Wands and the Three of Coins. So you're kind of like, well, oh my God, there's this person that I've met within the workplace. You know, this attraction with the Devil, with this King of Swords, started in the workplace here. Now this person is coming in between me and my partner. And oh my God, I'm faced with a decision. I'm faced with a dilemma. Do I keep things the way that they have been going all along between me and the partner? Or do I hold off now on maybe getting married, Three of Coins, planning to get married, Three of Coins, Four of Wands, or, you know, planning to get married and have children, Empress, Three of Coins, and Four of Wands. Do I hold off on doing that with the partner? And do I go and try and establish a relationship? But I'm going to have to wait and see what comes of this. I think that you're in a bit of a dilemma this week, to be honest with you. I think there's a dilemma. It's either you, Sagittarius, that's facing the dilemma, or the partner is facing the dilemma. Might be the partner that's facing the dilemma. But it's one of you. You or the partner are facing the dilemma. But be careful of this one, I would say, if it resonates with you. Because I don't think you know whoever the person you're talking about, or whoever I'm talking about. Some of you guys might know them very well. You might have been having an affair for a long time. But it just smacks to me that you have a synergy and you've got a real connection with another individual besides your partner. And you're kind of like, oh man, maybe I could live a life with that person and not with the partner that I'm with. I'd be very careful, because this Seven of Coins doesn't fill me with hope. Even though he's smiling and he's looking at his pentacles, this is one of the Seven Coins which I love, but at the same time, I don't know why whether he's smiling because he's done the work and now he's just waiting. He's saying, yeah, this is a surefire thing, things are going to kind of be okay. I would just be careful, because that Seven of Coins doesn't fill me with the best of hope on this situation. It's not a kind of like a 100% guaranteed thing with you and whoever this King of Swords is, or if it's vice versa, yeah? So, yeah, you are faced with a bit of a dilemma. It's either you or the partner is faced with a little bit of a dilemma this week in terms of love. But I think the only thing I would say, if it resonates with you, Sagittarius, just be realistic. Universe Spirit, what is the advice you have for Sagittarius concerning this love reading? What is the advice that you have? Also, the dilemma flanking these cards is the Three of Swords and the Hangman. Some of you guys, you're faced with a dilemma. Do I separate from my partner, or do I hold on out there and try and grow the relationship? Because when you get a Two of Swords, you want to look at either side. What is the dilemma? So on one side, it's, do I separate from the partner, Three of Swords, Four of Wands, or do I hold on to the relationship and expand the relationship and expand it, have children, get married, that type of thing? Okay? All because I think that you've been tempted in the workplace by this individual, possibly a very powerful person here as well. So this decision, whether it's you or the partner that's doing this, the decision is purely based on a temptation, a very strong attraction to a work colleague here. Somebody who's got a great deal of power, and it's almost like with the Seven of Coins, you're waiting to see what happens with them. So, yeah, just get realistic about the whole thing, man. So what's the advice you have for this reading, please, for Sagittarius? In 3 cards, what's the advice you have for Sagittarius on this reading? Barriers. There are barriers here. I think you can. There are clear barriers. You can clearly see the barriers here showing up. Okay, so clarity. So ending. I think that you can clearly see barriers, but they will come to an end. All right, whatever that means for you. It's saying, even though you can clearly see the barriers, they are going to come to an end with the ending card. All right, that is your reading, Saggies, for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you like your own private reading, click on the comments section. It's got the link to the website there. You can also click on the end screen to go straight through. Thanks to everyone that ordered a year ahead reading with me for 2020. If you'd like your own year ahead reading, go onto the website and order it. It's right there, and it will be there until the 15th of December. All right, take care, guys. Bye-bye.